So I'm weeding tomatoes, as you can see, and I'm actually making a little bit different than I usually do. Well, normally I'm in much bigger greenhouses, but this will be fine. And I usually, well, the first time I did it, 2017, in a larger scale, I planted directly in the soil like this. But since then I've always been planting in holes in plastic, and that's worked really fine. I made piles with compost and then put the plastic on top, made some holes and planted inside of them, and I had enormous tomatoes, a really, really, really nice harvest. And then drip irrigation underneath the plastic, of course. But this year has taken a lot of time for me when I've been searching for cafes, and especially like having ideas about that. And not just that, I've been moving and a lot of stuff happened. So I need to speed things up. So the whole compost and manure thing takes a lot of time to get there with a shovel and arm force, which I'm using for many other things right now. So I'm planting them straight there, and then I'm gonna rake up some soil. At the same time, when I do that, I get rid of the weeds that you can see behind, and then I will go and get the manure. Now and then, I go and take now and then, not all at once. And tomatoes, they grow roots on the stem. I'll show you. I don't know if you can see the hair on this one. All of these hairs here can become roots. So you can just, like potatoes, you can just put the soil higher and higher up, and they get more roots and more manure. And then if the weeds grow back, I can shovel back more soil on top, just like you do with potatoes. So that's my strategy this year. And another thing with, I realized things are happening so fast sometimes, like you come to realizations about yourself and people, and then then you make life choices. And I've decided I don't want to go for things which are not simple, and not in a way that is simple, like I don't put energy into it like I do here. Like, of course I put a lot of work in here, but it gives me something back in return. It's like I'm putting seeds in the soil and something grows and I get a nice harvest. That's good, that's a good place to be. But for example, staying in the first cafe didn't work. I knew it wouldn't. It was just giving me a lot of struggle. It's like the same thing as if you come to a place with bad soil. Like I've been in many places where I had poor soil or not enough water, and heavy clay soil. Didn't matter how much work I put into that place, I couldn't get a good return anyway. And it took me 2 years then to stop putting force and invest in that land before I moved on. So, and that can be applied, I think, in life in general. So I was just had this reflection now because I was talking to a second cafe owner who said well, yeah, you can have it here, and then no, really, what kind of business do you want to make? Maybe it's not possible with legislation and stuff. I was like, oh no, not again, what's happening now? So I was like, okay, and we had a talk, and it just seemed like it seems too much hassle. It seems like I felt like it's a really nice idea, and I really got going with all my ideas and everything, but it's just like a lot of resistance. It's just like, oh, now that came up as a problem, and also I'm sick and tired of people actually who discourage me, who say like, you won't have time, you will not be able to do this, I don't think you can do it, you're too late, or have you thought about this and that, and I was like, Yeah, now I don't have the energy anymore. When you tell me these things, now I can't do it. You know? So, and I wouldn't say no because of that. Like, I could, of course, stay within myself or what I believe in myself. But I just feel like one thing adds up to the other. So right now I feel like if that situation doesn't solve by itself extremely easily from now on, I'm gonna drop it. Because I've invested too much and it seems like there would just be a lot of resistance. And so I don't need it and I can just continue here. Or maybe I will make the cafe here, you know, just like easy. Like I can just be here and maybe somebody come for a cafe or not. If they come, nice. Then I can stop what I'm doing, having a break, and yeah, because it's that sounds like a nice idea to me right now. But then I have to solve a lot of stuff. So I think that's what's happening. Where like when you make some development within yourself, that's about like that's probably like you develop that you don't want to have. You want to have easygoing things. So, and why didn't you always want to have easygoing things? Because you were used with struggle and having little in return, I guess. Yeah, and then you shift, and then you don't want certain situations anymore, and you just will continue until everything is aligned with what's within you. I think that's so. And I can tell you I'm really happy to be in the greenhouse. It's cold outside and it's windy. And here is perfect temperature now, almost 8 in the evening. And I just love to be here. Can you tell? I love greenhouses. Yeah. So, okay, adios, amigos, amigas. See you next time.